Welcome back to Steve Rob Reviews. Today I'm going to review this ET300. It's by Klein Tools and it comes in this piece and this piece. Now this is the transmitter, and the whole idea behind this particular tool is to find out which socket that you plug this into corresponds to a fuse or a breaker on your electrical panel. And sometimes that can come in real handy. Well, if you're not working at your own house and you go to somebody else's and their panel is not labeled at all, or of course you can't really label everything, right? So you have this one outlet on the ceiling that you want to replace, and some people will go downstairs or wherever their breaker panel is or fuse panel and just start turning everything off until the light goes out or the receptacle doesn't work anymore, right? Well, this particular unit here, it finds out which one it is. And I think it's a great tool to have. I don't sell anything on my channel, but I'm going to display it for you and show you how it works. Now in the instructions, it does state that it's used for breakers. I'm up in my garage here and I have fuses, and I've used this before to label exactly everything to make sure that it corresponds with the particular loads that you have in your garage. So let's try this out right now and let's see how it works. Okay, so here we are right here. In the background you can hear I have a radio playing, and I'm going to take this unit here, which is the transmitter, plug it in, and you'll see there'll be a light at the end here that lights up to verify that it's on. And the first thing it does is interfere with the radio, so you know that it's working. So let's go over to the fuse panel. Well, the first thing we do is we actually have to scan the panel with the unit, which means going on each one so it will learn exactly which circuit that particular transmitter is on. So as you go around, it will learn. Now generally it only takes like twice to do it, and as you could see, well, it's not showing anything here anymore, right? So we get up to here and here. And we'll go down to some other ones here, and you could see it's not going off on them, right? So you have to go slow, take your time, and you can tell this is the one right here, and you can see it's flashing green and everything. Okay, so if I unscrew this, the radio should turn off. There you go, right there. Well, plug it into a receptacle outlet using this transmitter. Yeah, it does interfere with a radio. If a radio is plugged into the same circuit, it'll interfere with it. So what do you do when you want to, say, replace a light fixture? Well, how do you plug this in? Well, all you do is you get one of these, and these are very inexpensive, and you take one of these and you plug it in. Now it's polarized, so it'll only go in one way. So anyways, you take this and you screw it into your light fixture. Now we're going to do that. Now I know somebody's going to say to me, okay, so where do I get one of these? I think I have just a little placard. Yeah, I saved the little placards for these things, and this is it right here. If you take a look at that, if you could see that. And on the back here, there's a number. I don't know if that number is going to be good for anything, but it's made by GE and it's called a polarized handy outlet. So we're going to take this. I got a light up on the ceiling here. I'm going to plug this into, and it's going to find which particular circuit that light is attached to. Now remember, you have to have the load on, right? So you have to have your actual light switch on and your lights on, which we do in the shop here now. So I'm going to plug this in. I'll show you where it's going, and we'll see if we can find it. There you go, right there. I got it screwed into my light receptacle on the ceiling, and you can see that it's verified with the LED light showing on the bottom that it's active. So So now let's go over to the fuse panel and let's do the same thing. Well, on this unit here, if you do not use it after a certain amount of time, it automatically shuts off anyways. So yeah, you have to actually turn it on again and make sure it's on, and then we'll start scanning. So we'll do the same thing. Like, I know it's not that circuit, right? But it's learning as it goes along, and you have to find the right one, right? Now you're supposed to go slow, see? You're supposed to go real slow. You can go backwards, forwards, any direction you want. But you know what? I'm thinking it's telling me it's that one. Right there. So let's unplug that. And you can see all the lights in the shop went out. And I'll show you on the ceiling. As you can see right there, you're really zoomed in, the light went out, and yeah, it works like a charm. Well, I think that's a great unit. You got this piece here that comes in the kit, and of course you got to buy this piece yourself. That pretty well handles most of, I would say, everything you're going to average, the average homeowner they're going to run into. And I always like to double check and verify. Because the last thing, you know, you really want to do if you're working on a place where, you know, it's not your own and you don't know if all the lights are going to go out. Like, I knew all the lights in my shop were going to go out, right? So I like to double check and verify to make sure that the circuit is out. Because you know what? What if in the meantime this little LED light were to go dead on you? Well, you know, now you're working on a live circuit, right? So you have to actually verify and make sure. That's the whole idea behind doing any electrical work. Safety is #1 paramount, especially if you want to live. So I hope you like that little bit of a demonstration on this tool. I think it's terrific. I've used it many times. I really can't see the average homeowner wanting to go out and spend, I don't know how much this was. I think I paid 35 bucks. But I find it's handy rather than going around and turning everything off and on, you know, plugging a radio or a light into an outlet and then going upstairs, downstairs, to see if it's on or not, right? So thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, come back again and we're going to review some more interesting products that maybe you don't know about in the future. Cheers.